Humanity has always been obsessed with the future. From ancient oracles to modern psychics, people across cultures have sought guidance from those who claim to see beyond the veil of time. But what happens when their visions begin to converge, when prophets separated by centuries and continents begin to point toward the same moment in history? That moment, some say, is 2025. As the world hurtles forward amid technological revolutions, climate extremes, and geopolitical uncertainty, the words of mystics past are echoing louder than ever. Could 2025 be a turning point for humanity, as predicted by some of the most famous visionaries in history? Let's explore what these mystics said, what might be unfolding now, and whether we're truly standing at the edge of something extraordinary. Baba Vanga, the blind oracle of the Balkans. Born in 1911 in what is now North Macedonia, Baba Vanga lost her eyesight during a powerful storm as a child. Afterward, she claimed to have developed the ability to see into the future. Her reputation as a prophet grew through the 20th century, with many of her predictions later credited as shockingly accurate. She reportedly foresaw events like the Kursk submarine disaster in 2000, with the loss of all 118 personnel on board. She predicted, "Kursk will be covered with water, and the whole world will weep." The 2004 tsunami in Asia, causing 230,000 deaths. The 9/11 terrorist attacks. Baba Vanga died in 1996, but her followers recorded many of her statements, and some point to 2025 as a year she emphasized, a year when Europe may collapse economically, possibly as a result of sustained inflation, debt crises, or war. A new power rises in Asia, perhaps referring to China's increasing dominance or a coalition involving developing Eastern nations. A mysterious technological leap brings humans closer to machine integration, perhaps hinting at the era of brain-computer interfaces, AI-human hybrids, or cybernetic enhancements. Some also claim she warned of extreme solar activity or disruptions in Earth's magnetic field in 2025, possibilities now being seriously studied by NASA and space weather researchers. Ryo Tatsuki, the mysterious Japanese prophet who predicted the future in her dreams. In the realm of modern-day prophecy, few names are as enigmatic or as chillingly accurate as Ryo Tatsuki, a Japanese manga artist who shocked readers not just with her art, but with her uncanny foresight into world events. In 1999, Tatsuki published a book titled The Future I Saw, documenting a series of dreams she had over the course of decades. In those dreams, she claimed to have received visions of disasters and events that would later come true with disturbing precision. Among her most accurate predictions? The 1995 Kobe earthquake, which killed over 6,000 people, predicted in detail, with the exact year. The 2011 Fukushima disaster, she described a massive tsunami and nuclear event in northeastern Japan over a decade before it happened. And perhaps most unsettling, she reportedly foresaw the COVID-19 pandemic, describing a mysterious virus spreading globally around 2020. But what about 2025? In her published dreams, Ryo Tatsuki pointed specifically to July 2025 as a moment of grave danger. She wrote of a massive catastrophe involving a great collapse and widespread suffering, though the details were vague. Some interpret this as an earthquake, others as a nuclear event, or even a war. One of her visions reportedly mentioned people fleeing from the coast and a sky that turns black in daylight, which has led to speculation about a volcanic eruption, a nuclear explosion, a large-scale military conflict. The fact that her previous visions were so accurate has given weight to this prediction and made many in Japan and beyond deeply uneasy about what may occur in the summer of 2025. What's even more eerie? In later years, Ryo Tatsuki withdrew almost completely from public life. She reportedly refused to publish further predictions, saying she no longer wanted to see what's coming. That silence has only deepened the mystery. Edgar Cayce, the Sleeping Prophet and the Shifting Earth. Edgar Cayce, an American mystic born in 1877, claimed to be able to diagnose illnesses and predict the future while in a self-induced trance. Over the course of his life, he gave more than 14,000 readings on everything from reincarnation to Atlantis to global transformation. Cayce often warned of massive earth changes, tectonic shifts, flooding, and a pole shift that would drastically alter the map of the world. While he never specifically named the year 2025, modern followers believe his timeline aligns with this decade. Here are some of the predictions tied to this period. Melting polar ice caps will lead to coastal flooding across the U.S., especially in places like New York, Florida, and California. Japan will sink partially into the sea following a major earthquake. New land will rise in the Atlantic Ocean, possibly revealing remnants of a lost civilization, sometimes linked to Atlantis. A major volcanic eruption could trigger chain reactions in the Pacific Ring of Fire. Interestingly, Cayce said that parts of the Earth's magnetic crust would shift, and recent studies in geology confirm that rapid pole movement has been accelerating, hinting at large-scale natural phenomena we're only beginning to understand. The Hopi Prophecies, End of one world, beginning of another. The Hopi, a Native American tribe in the American Southwest, have a long oral tradition of world cycles. According to their prophecies, humanity has passed through 3 previous worlds that were each destroyed by fire, ice, and flood. We now live in the 4th world, but the signs of its end are growing. These signs include the appearance of spider webs in the sky, interpreted by some as chemtrails or satellite networks. Climate imbalance, chaotic seasons, destructive storms, and crop failures. The arrival of a great purifier, a cosmic or spiritual force that will cleanse the earth of corruption. Some Hopi elders and interpreters believe the shift into the 5th world could begin around 2025, not as a sudden catastrophe, but as a gradual spiritual awakening. It would mean a new way of living in harmony with nature, rejecting materialism, and rebalancing humanity's role on Earth. Nostradamus, the prophet of fire and turmoil. Michel de Nostradame, known to history as Nostradamus, was a 16th century French apothecary and seer. He published a collection of over 900 cryptic quatrains in 1555, many of which have been interpreted, sometimes controversially, as foretelling major world events. While he never explicitly dated most of his predictions, scholars and enthusiasts have tried to match specific quatrains to contemporary events. One in particular has raised eyebrows in relation to 2025. The dry earth will grow more parched, and great cities shall suffer under heat and fire. As the world faces unprecedented climate change, with rising temperatures, mega-droughts, and uncontrollable wildfires across Europe, Australia, the Americas, and even Siberia, many see this as eerily prescient. But others believe fire may be metaphorical, representing social upheaval, political revolution, or even global war ignited by resource scarcity. Nostradamus also spoke in other verses of a great war, a new alliance, and a third great conflagration, language some believe could suggest the outbreak of World War III, sparked by climate-related tensions or regional conflicts boiling over. Could 2025 be the ignition point? Modern mystics, a thinning veil, and alien contact. In our hyper-connected post-pandemic world, a new generation of mystics, psychics, and spiritual teachers have begun to share visions that eerily echo ancient prophecies. Common themes for 2025 include a mass awakening of consciousness triggered by cosmic energy waves or planetary alignments. Increased paranormal phenomena, more people reporting ghost sightings, lucid dreams, astral projections, and time slips. Government disclosure of extraterrestrial life or even open contact with alien intelligence. Some claim 2025 is a threshold year, the moment when humanity must choose between fear and evolution. They warn that technology, especially artificial intelligence and genetic engineering, could either elevate us or doom us, and that the decisions made in the next year will define the next 100. Even the Pentagon has acknowledged unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, and governments are increasingly transparent about the topic. Could 2025 be the year the truth becomes impossible to hide? Of course, many scientists and historians dismiss these predictions as pure coincidence or creative interpretation. Still, the psychological power of prophecy is undeniable. It shapes our fears, our hopes, and our sense of possibility. And in a world filled with uncertainty, people often turn to the mystical for comfort or warnings. So, what does 2025 really hold? Will it be a year of transformation, tragedy, or transcendence? Will ancient voices echo into our modern world with chilling accuracy, or are we just seeing what we want to see? You decide. Let us know in the comments. Which prediction shocked you the most? And if you want more crazy, unbelievable stories from around the world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell icon. Until next time, stay curious and stay a little crazy. This is Boom, Crazy World. See you soon.